Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Alison, the online piano and online violin tutor. So this one hack will improve your sight reading skills no end. But before we go any further, I want to talk to you all about my 1 to 30 violin course that I know so many of you don't know that I have, and it's such an amazing course. My 1 to 30 violin course is a fully comprehensive and professional course that guarantees to take you from a complete beginner to a very decent, accomplished intermediate level by the end of it. The course is very simple and it's very easy to understand without the commitment of an in-person tutor, which is fantastic really and what most of us want. But it does guarantee to still give you the same level of skill that you would get from a private tutor. This course has been based on my 20 odd years of private teaching that I've done through the course of my career. The course has been designed so that anyone at any age and any level can follow it. The lessons and videos are very easy to follow and you don't need any prior knowledge of any music or any other instruments or anything whatsoever. The course covers everything from how to hold the violin, how to hold the bow, how to read music, technical exercises to improve your skill and dexterity, music theory, bowing techniques, more complex pieces, more techniques, everything that you could possibly need and much, much more. There really is no other course like this available on the internet and all the reviews on my shop speak for themselves. Basically what I'm trying to say is that my course will take you from this to eventually this. The course is 100% downloadable. There are no physical books to ship out, no waiting times or anything like that. As soon as you buy, you can download and get started on the course immediately. It's available worldwide to anyone and is available from my shop, www.amsmusicshop.com, and is priced at $59.99 US. So basically, once you paid, you can get started straight away. All you're going to need before you start and download the course is your violin and your enthusiasm. Alrighty, so not a lot of people know this or realise this or really register this. So one hack that will help you improve your sight reading skills and learning a piece of music is to know the key signature of the piece of music and make sure you know and practice that scale and arpeggio. So the course that I was just talking to you about a few seconds ago, when you get to lesson 11 and you're on to book 2, I talk about key signatures and that starts on page 13. So all pieces of music are in particular key signatures: D major, A major, G major, F major, whatever they're in. Now, if you know the corresponding scale to that and you know how to play that and you know the corresponding arpeggio to that, you are going to play that piece a whole lot better. So all pieces are made up of scales and arpeggios. They absolutely are. So if I was going to take this piece of music, for example, Chanson de Nuit. Now, if we look at the first line, we've got a D and a B and then a G. So what's that? That's an arpeggio. An arpeggio is playing the first, third, and fifth note of a scale. So that's a descending arpeggio. It doesn't really matter what key that arpeggio is in. That's irrelevant, but it is noted as an arpeggio. So the first three notes, a D, a B to a G, is an arpeggio. The G, then you've got an A, then you've got a B. That's part of a scale. Then you've got a C, a B, an A. Again, that's another scale. Then you've got a C going to a D. That's part of an arpeggio. It's a jump in an arpeggio, but it is still described as an arpeggio. So if you went through and had a look at any piece of music, you will see that every single piece of music in the world is made up of scales and arpeggios. There's a few other things as well, like chromatics and broken chords. I do cover chromatics in my course as well, but I'm just going to stick with scales and arpeggios just because they are mostly, they're what most people have heard of and they understand. So when you realise that all pieces of music are made up of scales and arpeggios, the better you are at your scales and arpeggios, the more proficient and the better player you are going to be. Because every piece is made up of them, if you know all of your scales, all of your arpeggios, all of your chromatics, all of your broken chords, all of your technical exercises, you can pretty much play any piece in the world. The only difference between those technical exercises, the scales, arpeggios, chromatics, etc., and the pieces of music is that the pieces of music are the scales and arpeggios muddled up a little bit. It's like a muddly up scale stroke arpeggio with a different rhythm, which hence gives you a piece like Chanson de Nuit. So we've already established that the first start of it is an arpeggio, followed by a scale, followed by a scale, followed by an arpeggio. So it's a jumbled up mess of scales and arpeggios with a particular rhythm that when I play it, gives me the sound of Chanson de Nuit, which we all know and love by Elgar. So knowing your scales and arpeggios is one thing, but if you can correspond the scale and arpeggio to the key that the piece of music is in, you're going to be learn to play much better and a lot faster, and that is definitely going to improve your sight reading skill. So if I were practicing Chanson de Nuit, I would say that this is in the key of G major. So the first thing I would be doing is playing my G major scale over and over and over and over. I would be playing a chromatic of G major. I would be playing an arpeggio of G major. I'd be playing any kind of scale of G major in any kind of form that I could think of, with different bowings, different speeds, different this, different that. So the better I am at playing G major scale, the better I'm going to be playing. The better I am at playing Chanson de Nuit, and that would go for any piece of music in any different key. So as long as you know your corresponding scales and arpeggios to the corresponding key signature that the piece you are in, you are always going to be able to play that piece 10 times better than you would do if you didn't. But as a general rule, the more scales and arpeggios you know, the better you're going to be. The better you are at playing scales and arpeggios overall, the better player you're going to be. So I hope you've enjoyed this little hack on sight reading. Let me know if you want to see more of these types of videos, but thank you very much for watching. All the links will be underneath this video if you want to check them out, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.